Let's talk Bellator this weekend. The fight, obviously, that I think is going to steal the show. Not even so much steal the show, just the fight with the big name guys, Amosov and Ed Ruth.
Hello.
I cannot wait.
You
to
wish
see
you were
this.
doing that fight.
I
don't
know.
You?
I'll be probably I'll be in Ireland, in Dublin, sleeping at the time. I'm gonna have to set my alarm and make sure I watch it because I cannot wait to see that fight.
Oh, that fight is so good, and there's so much there that you can look at because Ed Ruth, god damn, he's a good athlete, and god damn, he's a good wrestler, but god damn, he doesn't like to wrestle in an MMA fight. But he's, his stand-up is good now. It's good. It's getting better too. So he's got some to go, but the guy he's fighting, 22-0, has fought, if you're looking at past fights in Bellator, a lot of his fights were in Russia, but his fights in Bellator, he beat Gerald Harris. And at the time, Gerald Harris, I think, was 25-6 or 25-7, ex-UFC fighter. Beat Eric Silva, ex-UFC fighter, and then, submitted Dave Rickles, and no one submits Rickles.
Yeah.
He catches Rickles in a darce and turns it almost into a Japanese necktie as far as the way it was cranking his head. And you look and you go, man, he's good everywhere. He's got really good wrestling. So I'm really intrigued by Ed Ruth, trying to stand up. And I see Amosov trying to, at times, take Ed Ruth down. Because there's one thing I really like about Amosov is he is the complete MMA fighter. He does not stand and just trade. He will mix things up and make you have to think about defending every part of what MMA is allowed to do.
Yeah, Ed's got to make sure he utilizes his boxing to mix it in his wrestling. He's got to even threaten the takedowns. He's got to be a full complete fighter for this fight for him to win this fight.
I agree.
He is. I've had opportunity to train with him a little bit this camp. He held some metformin stuff. Even got a couple phone calls. Hey, you can't be doing that. It was, no, I mean, like, he just wanted a different look.
You.
Yeah, but he just,
it's all good. You could do that.
I know. I do understand that part of that view. But look, the bottom line is Ed's got all the tools, and I think the Jason Jackson fight really woke him up.
I hope so.
Right after that fight, he ended up jumping into No-Gi Worlds. He didn't place, but he's a purple belt. And, he's someone that does take the grappling portion of it very serious. He's very good. He just chooses not to grapple when it's fight time. And we've had this conversation and this talk with him, I think, multiple times, especially after the Jason Jackson fight. You need to utilize not just your wrestling, but your submissions as well. He was one match away from placing as a purple belt in No-Gi Worlds. All he had to do was win one more match. He would have placed third or fourth. That's pretty impressive.
He never trains in a gi.
Yeah, very rarely does he train in a gi.
And if you don't know how to use the gi or have keep someone from using it against you, that takes a ton of effort to try to get past.
And so he's talented all the way around. Easy Ed Ruth. He just fights at that easy pace, and he makes you fight his pace normally. Jason Jackson didn't fall into that. He put some pressure on him, opened up things. But I don't think Amosov brings the same type of threats that Jason Jackson does. He does, not the submission-wise and the wrestling-wise. On the feet, he doesn't either. The speed, the length, the reach, all those things that Ed had a hard time with, Amosov doesn't have. It's going to be a hard fight, though, because Amosov is just one of those gritty, tough, like Russian-style fighters who just understands the game. That whether it's Sambo style, whether it's his whole style of fighting has that, like, I can take this fight anywhere. And I've talked about guys that have always been dangerous that way. Khabib stays on his feet. Tony Ferguson stays on his feet. Patricio Pitbull, those guys. They can take the fight anywhere, and they don't care. They don't care if they're on their back. They don't care if they're on top. They don't care, if they're on their feet. They want to fight everywhere. Ed is there. He just hasn't figured out yet how to mix it all up, whereas Amosov has. He punches really well. The transitions from the stand-up to the feet, from the ground to back up to the feet, those transitions he does very well, where I think he's a little bit ahead of Ed. Where Ed, though, I think has the speed. I think he may even have the power on the feet to finish Amosov on the feet. He's going to have a hard time, I think, on the ground. Amosov is really fucking good on the ground. Just everywhere on the ground he's good.
Yep.
But can he get Ed down? And the other thing is it's a 3-round fight. Even though it's a main event, it's a 3-round fight. And I think in a 3-round fight, I think it favors Ed. If it was a 5-round fight, we saw with the Neiman Gracie fight, He was slowing down. Now there was some complications. He went to a different camp that fight and just didn't get the work that he needed to at a different camp. Ended up coming back up to AKA, and now he's here full time. So I think in shape wise, he'll be good for three good hard rounds. And but can Amosov get him tired? That's the thing. Amosov is one of those guys. He'll keep pushing and keep pushing. He'll try to break you immensely, not just mentally, but physically as well. That fight is really exciting to me. As far as the Dublin card, I was really excited for the Primus and Queally fight. That was the fight I wanted to see, and then that fight went away. But
Bumgard.
They put my Scottish friend in there. Okay, Bumgard now is in there. Man. I cannot wait to see that fight. That fight to me has excitement written all over it. But Primus has the highest level of competition with Chandler twice, a couple other top guys. That level.
Primus has proved himself, man.
He's good, man. I just would like to see him fight more often. That's what gets
that's my whole thing with him.
7 fights in 7 years just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me.
He's the 1 fight a year king.
Yeah, and he's good.
It's crazy.
He's good. He's got all the tools to beat Bumgard. I think he's better than him on the ground. I think he's better than him on the feet. He's got really good leg kicks. Bumgard has a hard time checking leg kicks. Look, but Bumgard, though, every time I had ruled him out when I was first watching his fights, he finds a way to win, and he gets it done, man. He gets it done. I'm excited to see that fight. That's a good fight. I was a little upset, too. I also think that the fight, I'm trying to remember who he's fighting. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Sorry. Ricky Medeiros is fighting... It's right on the tip of my tongue. That fight to me, though, is going to be a great fight. I'm just... Oh, man. I feel like now I got it's in Ireland.
Also want to see Big Daddy Kiefer. He keeps getting better and better, and I just want to see the progression that he's making. He's exciting. He's fun to watch. He's a guy that goes after it in the fight, so looking forward for that one. But in mine, the Thackerville card, not only do I have that Ed Ruth versus Yaroslav, co-main is Miles Jury against Brandon Gertz, and Gertz puts on a show every time he fights. And I love the way, Jury is he's really good. He just doesn't fight enough either, but he seems to be, coming off a loss to Benson Henderson. But then also heavyweight Tyrell Fortune, the guy who you are going to see going for that championship belt soon. The guy I have said, you know what, this is the future. Great wrestling. Now he's got great stand-up. He likes to stand and bang. He's got power. He's got movement. He's got the entire package. And he is in that perfect heavyweight category as far as he's about 245 pounds, strong, fast, can wrestle. He's got it.
Yeah, I'm excited because he's been working with Ryan Bader, Tyrell Fortune, and I talked to a couple guys at the Kids Pan Ams down there when I was coaching up our kids here from my gym at Kids Pans. I ran into a couple of the coaches there at Bader's place, and he's like, "Man, you guys don't get it. Tyrell Fortune's the future. He's just the future. He's so talented, so good, and everyone keeps talking about him. Like, all right, man." I see it. I see the progressions in him all the time. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out because it's going to bug me. It's going to really bug me on who he's fighting.
It's bad that I didn't pay attention. I saw who Ricky was fighting, and I can't remember.
It's Franz Miamba.
Oh, Miamba. That's it.
Yeah.
Out of SBG.
Yes, out of SBG. And the kid is phenomenal, man. It just
good. That's going to be a good matchup.
That, to me, is going to be – they're both long and lanky, tall, big for the weight.
They're exactly the same.
They're exactly the same. I think Ricky's got a little bit of the edge on the grappling part, but he's going to have a harder time getting Franz down because Franz understands he's really good at takedown defense. But he's very well-rounded as well. Kind of fights a little bit like Ed Ruth. Kind of like lulls you in, just really calm and composed, lets you kind of bring the fight to him, and he just touches you and just keeps getting to you. I'm like, man, when I first started watching his fights, I'm like, he's not that impressive. He's not that impressive. And then I see him fight in person. Good. I'm like, wow, this kid's really damn good.
He is good.
And he just keeps knocking guys down. Just keep beating them. And I'm like, all right. So when they put him against Ricky, I was like, how is this fight not on the main card? So it was one of those. I'm surprised they didn't bump him up when they lost the main event, because Ricky Ricky had that win over James Gallagher. When I was like, man, this is a perfect place for you guys to stir the pot a little bit. Throw some Ricky in there. But overall, I think we're stacked. Friday night is Thackerville. Saturday night is Ireland and Dublin. And the stars will be out. From what I understand, everyone will be out there in Dublin just rocking the house. I cannot
Oh, it's a great
Sweet
place.
Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Anyways, all right. That's the last you'll ever hear me sing, hopefully, luckily for you guys. Look, I'm excited. I leave tomorrow. You leave tomorrow or you leave Wednesday?
No, I leave Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, you're lucky, man. You just gotta go right down the road.
I got I go blip. It's easy. You got the long haul.
I got the long haul, man. That's what they do to us young people.
Well, if you're gonna do it to someone, do it to the young guy.
Yeah.
And give the old guy the break.
I know. I gotta find my passport. Shit. Just. All right. So hey guys, anything else? Anything else, John?
No, man. You know, I get to be with Mauro Ronaldo. You get to be with Mike Goldberg. Have a great time. Have a great show. And I will see you when you come back.